Albert Einstein once said, "The only source of knowledge is experience." Today, we are about to embark on an experimental journey that will reshape the way we experience coding. Welcome to a project that goes beyond writing the code. It's about creating an immersive coding experience. So, my name is Saurabh Gupta, and I am here to project my mini project, that is online code editor, which is also called as online IDE. So our problem statement here is develop a web-based real-time online code editor, that is online IDE, that allows user to write, compile, and execute the code in various programming languages such as C, C++, Java, Python, and JavaScript. The primary goal is to create an interactive and collaborative coding environment that is accessible through all those web browsers. So I am thrilled to present a project that addresses a critical need in the world of coding: the absence of a user-friendly and collaborative coding environment that supports multiple programming languages. So, what this mini project identifies the problem that in our fast evolving digital landscape, the demand for flexible and collaborative coding environment has never been higher. As developers, we have identified a gap in the current offerings: the lack of a seamless, user friendly online IDE that supports multiple language programmings. So, what is the importance of this project, and what is the feature of this project? Is that it supports multi language programs. The project is not just about the writing and running code, it is about empowering the developers from beginner to seasoned professionals to collaborate efficiently from irrespective of their geographical location. The significance lies in creating an interactive coding experience that meets to diverse the need of today developer. And its main facility is that you don't need to install any external compiler. You just need to write the code and execute it. And next, its function is user authentication, which means that it provide a facility that user can write the code, can save their code, and uh, in future they can access that code as well. And the next feature here is the syntax highlighting and code formatting. It is also a very important feature in today's world, where all those compilers and all those IDs mainly have. So look let us look more into the problem statement. Let us see the problem definition. The increased demand for flexible and collaborative coding environment has led to the necessity of developing a web-based real-time online code editor, online ID. And the primary problem being tackled is then the absence of a user-friendly and collaborative coding environment that supports multiple programming languages. So, what is the relevance of the problem? The problem we are addressing is not just a technical one; it's a reflection of the evolving need of the developer in today's fast-paced digital landscape. The absence of a user-friendly and collaborative coding environment is a problem that our project aims to eliminate. So, let us see the similar products in the market, and we have analyzed that there are some apps which is already there, and let us see what other features they provide and what unique and other thing we have incorporated in our app. So first one is Replit, which has the features like real time collaboration. It has multi language support. You can execute the code in their browser, and it has a user friendly interface. So this is its main strength, and there are some weakness too. That is, it has limited language support. Some features might be restricted in this revision, and you have to take the subscription for the updated features, right? Next one, we will be looking into that visual code. Yes, it is also called as VS code. So what is main feature is it has real time collaboration support for the multiple languages, and it also contains the debugging part, and it is very important part. uh, so its main strength is deep integration with visual study code, robust debugging capabilities, and extensibility. It also has some weakness, that is it requires installation part, which is sometimes a very tedious task to do. And let us see the next part, which is code sandbox. It is mainly for the web development part. It is for the devs, people who has mainly interested in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The main strength here is you can quickly set up your environment for web development, instant preview of changes, and those collaborative coding in the browser. So these are some product we have analyzed in the market, and we also have similar type of features in our project, but we also try to add on extra features in the project, right? So next, I will take over the session to my friend Parth Jadhav for the next phase of the project.
Hello, I am Parth, and now I'll speak about the scope of work for our project. Our project involves the development of a web-based online IDE which would be accessible through various standard web browsers. This includes implementing a versatile code editor supporting multiple programming languages, real-time collaboration, user authentication, and direct code compilation and execution within the web interface. It's also essential to acknowledge the constraints, such as the predefined set of programming languages focusing on web-based coding and assuming a stable internet connection for real-time collaboration. There are also certain boundaries in our project. Our online IDE won't provide an exhaustive list of programming languages, but will prioritize the mentioned ones. It won't dwell into platform-dependent features or specific language functionalities requiring additional installations. We also assume our users who have a basic understanding of programming concepts access the online IDE through modern web browsers and follow standard security practices during user authentication. Now I will speak about the objectives of our project. Our primary objective is to create a user-friendly interface that caters to developers of all skill levels. This involves intuitive design, clear navigation, and features that enhance productivity and ease of use. We aim to develop a robust code editor supporting various programming languages, implementing syntax, highlighting, auto indentation, and code completion features tailored to each language. The online IDE will provide versatile functionality, including code formatting, search and replace functionality, and the ability to customize preferences to suit individual coding. Now I would like to call Aditya for further project.
Hi, my name is Aditya. Now I am going to explain block diagram. It consists of server side and client side. In client side, there is select language block. These blocks allows the user to select the programming language they want to use. Then there is enter code block. This block is where the user writes the code. Then there is select theme block. This block allows the user to select a language for the code editor. Then there is submit code block. This block sends the code to the server for execution. And in server side, there is checking type of language. This block checks the type of language the code is written in. Then there is compile code. This block compiles the code into machine code. And there is display result. This block displays the result of the code execution to the user. The arrows in the diagram shows how the block interact with each other. For example, the arrow from the enter code block to the submit code block shows that the code the user enter is sent to the server for execution. Here are some additional details about the diagram. The diagram does not show any error handling, but in a real code editor, there would be block to handle such errors such as syntax error and runtime error. The diagram also don't show any security measures, but in real code editor, there will be measures to protect the user code from being accessed by unauthorized user. So next topic is project plan and timeline. We have divided our timeline month-wise. In first month, we focus on planning environment setup and uh, kicking off front-end development. In second month, we involve continued front-end development and back-end development. And in third month, we include integration and testing, user management, authentication, and final refinement. So next slide, uh, we will see photo of our online code editor. It has language selector, run button, and output panel. So code editor, this is the main area where user will write and edit their code. It includes feature like syntax highlighting, line number, and guide. And next is language selector. This drop-down menu allow user to choose the programming language they are using. And there is run button. This button likely compiles and executes the user code. And last, there is output. This section displays the result of the code execution. From next slide, my friend Saurabh will continue.
Parth and Aditya has explained the overall features of this project, that is online code editor. I will also add on some web development part that we will be using, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and we will also be using some uh, part of React to incorporate add-on features in this project. uh, so finally I will like to conclude this mini project that this online code editor project not only brings significant advantages to developer, but also it will include the accessibility, the seamless collaboration, and the enhanced flexibility. By providing a web-based interface, the developers can access and work on their code from anywhere, facilitating remote work and improving productivity. The main part of this main project is that we will be providing a very easy user interface, very user-friendly interface that anyone can write the code, compile it within a second, and run the code. We will also be giving some recommendation part in the code, and we will be using. So, moreover, the support for multiple programming language caters to developers' diverse needs and preferences, allowing them to work with their preferred languages of their choice. So, thank you very much for this mini project presentation. I would also thank to our guide, Dr. Anush Tawari sir, for their guidance. Thank you.